Good morning. Welcome to my Suburban Oasis. My name is Soleil and I like to garden a lot. Um, I'm going to take you a little bit around my backyard garden and show you what I have planted, and we'll see what you think. So here's a side bed in the backyard. I have some ornamental oregano and a nice little barberry that I got this year, along with some hostas and some pink dianthus. There's a little cabbage moth there. We have some arborvitae planted here for a little bit of privacy from the neighbors. We have some purple coneflower, some peonies in the back that bloomed earlier this year but are done now for the season. And my pretty lady's head, I put some funny flowers in there this year. She looks kind of silly. I have a little bit of salvia up here in the front. It's just a regular meadow sage, nothing fancy. A patriot hosta, and then a variegated wigelia. I think I might be saying that wrong, I'm not sure. And then some more hostas and coneflowers. Some mums here. And then I have some phlox which bloomed, but I cut back. Hopefully they'll give me another bloom. And I also cut back the dianthus that had bloomed here, so hopefully that will also rebloom. Another patriot hosta with the purple coneflower here in front of the shed, which I really do like to plant things in the yard that are similar in different beds, so it helps to give a cohesive look as if maybe I planned it, even though I am not a garden planner. I never plan my gardens. I like to move things around a lot. I might think I like something in one place one time and then I decide to move it later. A little white wave petunia there peeking out from behind the hosta, with some sedum crawling in the back there, and again some more phlox that I've cut back. Then I have a wavy hosta. I have no idea what this one's called. It was here when I bought the house 16 years ago, and it's planted around the yard. So if people know what that is, please put that in the comment section. I'd be happy to learn its actual name. It's some large root geranium back there. It grows much better in the shade. It just kind of starts to get a little bit weary in the summer, which is what's happening right now. But I'll just leave it. It'll start looking nicer in the fall again. And I have some chocolate chip ajuga and then some tricolor ajuga planted there, along with more patriot hostas and another type of dianthus there. Some more hostas here, a really big one in the back there, and then I also don't know what the variety is of these plain green but sort of pointy ones. They do have very pretty purple flowers that come up, so maybe you know what that's called and could leave that in the comments as well. The rabbits really like these. I don't know, I think they think those are lettuce, so I have to use a lot of liquid fence. This is my Hydrangea macrophylla, and it's supposed to be endless summer, but it's pretty much endless green. What I found here in zone 5 is that every winter it gets just a little too cold for this, because mostly it blooms on old wood, and I just don't get flowers from it. Last year I think I had 4 flowers. Just not enough. I'm not sure. Maybe I should move it into a little bit more shade. Maybe it's too stressed in this location and getting too much sun. I might try that for one more year before I get rid of it, but just not happy with the way that it is right now. It also droops a lot during the afternoon because it just doesn't like the heat. Another big hosta. I'm not sure what that one is. It's supposed to be all blue, but it's got a little bit of sun and heat discoloration going on right now. My cute little Buddha lady. She's very zen. She enjoys hanging out in my garden. This starts the area where I have lungwort planted, also called pulmonaria. And I just planted this hydrangea. I think it's called a seaside. It's a version of the Annabelle hydrangea. It's supposed to have stiffer branches. So we'll see. I think I just bought it and planted it, got it on clearance, and it's looking really good. It's growing in well, so I think it's already bloomed, and so I may not get any blooms this year, but I'm really looking forward to having that and trying out. I think it will do pretty well over there. Some more pulmonaria, and then in the back there you see the big green leaves of my Virginia. Also, I think it's also referred to as bear breeches. Bear breeches, is that it? Something like that. And it has pretty pink flowers in the springtime, which is nice. And then we have some Japanese ghost fern, which is very happy right now. I really like that. It spreads. And it just, I don't know, it looks really nice, I think, too, with the pulmonaria. It's kind of the different colors of green and white and the different textured leaves, the big leaves and the small frilly leaves. And there's a little bit of bleeding heart back there. I usually cut most of those back and just leave a little bit of green because they kind of, after flowering, don't look that great. I have a couple of hanging baskets here just with impatiens and some variegated vinca. I think they look pretty good. Turned out nice. I have a new little arborvitae that's coming up from the hostas. And then if you look this direction, I'll kind of show you a long view. I have some paths back along my back fence here, and stones surrounding each one of the paths. So this is a hawthorn tree with some regular vinca planted underneath of it and a bleeding heart. And then just some hostas along the other side of the path. We do own this property that goes back behind the fence, but because of our pool, we keep the fence up here and it keeps the deer out because they can't quite make it up the hill and over the fence, I guess, or they don't try because they're happy in the back. This is a Hosta Cosa Regale, I think that's how it's pronounced. That's new this year also. I do like the shape of that, kind of pointy and wavy. And a Buddha head with some shag bark from our hickory tree around it. Just like to pick up things and reuse them around the yard as much as I can, whether it's for decoration or for utility. And I have a small garden with hostas and bleeding hearts. Some strange slug or snail or something got on these, and I'm totally blanking on the name of them right now. Columbine, that's what they are. And left funny looking trails on them. They're kind of cool looking. And then we have some birdhouses up here, and we have some wrens, little baby wrens that live in there. They make all sorts of noises. They're very quiet right now. I'm not sure. Maybe they haven't woken up yet. I have just planted a new rhododendron back here. This is also new. It's a sum and substance hosta. Like other people, I got a lot of frost damage due to the late frost this year. So some of my hostas don't look great, especially the ones that aren't well established. another rhododendron, actually two. And then the striptease hosta right there, along with some golden hakone grass, which I have also on the other side of the path here, along with a small Japanese maple and some potted up petunias, and another sum and substance hosta. Just go down the path here. We have some more Japanese ferns, which I just added over here last year. And they're looking really good. Something's clearly been digging in back there. Probably a chipmunk. We've got tons of those everywhere. Some more Virginia. And that's a Japanese holly fern right there. I'm trying that this year. I've never planted one in the landscape before, so we'll see if it overwinters well or not. As you can see, we're just making our way through the path here. We have a nice little bird bath here that the chipmunks and the squirrels and the birds and all sorts of nature like to take and enjoy. Some more large leaf geranium in the middle here. And I just planted these two astilbes, which I got on clearance. They're supposed to bloom pink. So they have already bloomed, and I cut off kind of the dead parts, and we'll see how they grow in. Again, just some more hostas. I really like hostas. I like the different colors and textures and to mix them together. You see some chives there, and then the pink flower on the right is the liatris, the gay feather. And then again, another bed of hostas, and there's a little bit of bushiness up in the front. That is an aster that should bloom soon, I think. So I just took out, we have these honey locust bushes that are invasive here. So we took that one out. You can see the remains of it here behind this bed. And we have some variegated euonymus. That's how you say that. And then August moon hostas here with them, as well as some geranium, I think Johnson's blue or Roxanne, and some, I think it's some kind of sedge, but I'm not sure what kind